Yeah, boy. Y'all know what it is, man. Three Kings Boxing is back in the building. What's good? Of course, it's your boy 2K the Prodigy, a.k.a. the HNIC. And of course, I'm joined by my man, the Lieutenant, Mr. Bo. What's good, family? You on mute?
We back.
Man, dog, you got to know when you're on mute.
What's good?
Look, man, it never fucking fails. Every single time, man. When I used to host this shit all the time, Bo was always on fucking mute every single time. What was you yelling about, man? What was you yelling about, dog?
Shit, I done forgot. Oh, yeah. No, we live, baby. We back. Hey, listen, man. This is Three Kings Boxing. 3KB. K to the B to the 3. The 3 to the K to the... All right, man. That's all I got.
All right, man. Yeah, you killing it, bro. You destroying the shit, man. Everybody's like, man, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? That's what everybody's saying right now. Nah, man, we back at it again. Y'all know what it is, man. Another one of these dope-ass podcasts that a lot of you motherfuckers need to be passing around, sharing, letting all your friends know, let your girlfriend know. Don't let your kids know, though, man, because as it says at the top, listener discretion is advised. You know what I'm saying? Put the kids to bed. Put your grandma, your grandpa, put everybody in bed that got virgin ears. Put your goddamn headphones on, whatever you need to put on so you can listen to this dope-ass entertaining podcast. It's entertaining and it's educational, man. And by the way, as I always say normally, bro, it's entertainment, people. If we talking about your favorite fighter, hell, your favorite fighter might be listening. That happens a lot. Yeah, managers, trainers, all that. Look, man, it's just like when comedians say shit about athletes and actors and all that. It's comedy, man. You know what I'm saying? That's it. We just making people laugh. It's all entertainment at the end of the day, on top of educational, man. So don't get your goddamn panties in a bunch. You beta males out there, man, go change your tampons, man, and tune into this shit. Real talk. Yo, as y'all know, man, before every show, I gotta do some pre-show fuckery, man.
Oh, man. Oh, no, dog. Is that dog? I can't wait. I gotta see this.
Look at this shit, man. Check this shit out, bro. Yo, why is this motherfucker on the court, bro? Come on, man, that shit ain't fair, dog. That shit ain't fair, dog. Look. Come on, dog. You said this was okay. Why are the parents out there just watching this shit like ain't nothing wrong, man? I don't see no parents up there in the stands tripping or nothing. Nobody's saying nothing. So apparently this kid is a 12-year-old that's like 7'1", 7'2". And they got this nigga playing literally in the 12-year-old league, as you can see. The damn goal is like at 8 feet. So he just come on down, you know. And I don't even know why he did a layup right there. He could have just dunked it. This shit is insane, man. Yo, Bo, man, what would you do if you had your son, you know what I'm saying, your youngest? He had a game, basketball game, bro. Mm-hmm. Daddy, I want you to come to the game. and this is what the fuck you see, man. What would you do, bro?
I tell my son, you go out there, act like you fumbled the ball, and you hit that motherfucker in his kneecaps.
Yeah. Game over.
Get that. Yep. I said you hit it. I said at the very least, aim for the thigh. Hit that motherfucker in that thigh. He crumble. Guarantee you he won't stay down there long no more. Exactly, every time you come to the hole, he gonna get the fuck out the way.
Exactly, bro. Game
right.
over.
You know what I'm saying? Now, because I'm trying to raise him to be an alpha male, I ain't gonna tell him I'm taking you home. No, nigga, you gotta overcome this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You gotta.
Right. Beta might be like, I'm taking my son home. No, nigga, you gotta overcome this. You gotta overcome this.
Nah, man. Nah. At the end of the day, man, you know what I'm saying? Life is about shit being unfair. Really. You see what I'm saying? You gotta overcome the unfairness, bro. That's how you pretty much build character, man. That's how you survive at the end of the day.
Exactly.
No silver spoon in your mouth type motherfuckers, man. We don't get down like that. You know what I'm saying? Take the hard route. You learn to appreciate shit more. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that shit's crazy though, man. Let's start the show. I like to do a little pre-show topic that's not actually in the topics, man. So for this one, we're gonna talk a little bit about Jamal Charlo, excuse me. And we published this on 3kingsboxing.com. Apparently, Jamal Charlo is in trouble with the law. Apparently, he is a suspect in a alleged, and I put doubles, triple, quadruple quotes on alleged aggravated assault.
Right.
What is it with these? I don't understand, Bo. Now, he's not guilty, right? He's still innocent. He's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. That's how we're supposed to work in this land called America. We know it don't work that way. But, when we got sensible citizens that know the law, we should treat everyone like that, right? So he's innocent until proven guilty. But what does this do for his image, dog, as a fighter who basically right now, really, he has a fan base. I'm not going to say he doesn't have a fan base, but a lot of cats are already critical of Jamal Charlo, man, in his career, right? He fought. Who was he fought? Brandon Adams, going to 160, by the way. Brandon Adams, right? Hugo Santana. What's the cat's name? Dennis Hogan. Yeah, right. Matt Karbov, which was actually a good fight, but a lot of people don't really rate Matt Karbov. Maybe they don't rate him because it was Jamal Charlo that fought him. They're going to say, oh, man, Matt Karbov sucks. You know what I'm saying? But he's one of the best amateurs out there. He has a very extensive amateur record, right?
Yeah. Yep.
But a lot of cats are gonna not rate him because it was Jamal that fought him and had a close fight, right? But at 160, his resume has been unimpressive. Now, of course, at 154, he has some good wins over there, right? When he was WBC champion there. But boxing's all about what have you done lately, and lately Jamal Charlo ain't done shit at 160, and he was given a belt, right? So what does this do to his image, dog? Just the fact that it's alleged, man. What do you think it does to his image?
Well, you know what the thing of it is, and it's crazy, right? The thing about it is, if he's trying to play the villain, play it up. This is it. Play it up.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? If he's trying to play the villain, play it up. Okay. I don't think this necessarily hurts his. I don't think this hurts his image, because the reality is there's a lot of people that think the Charlos are assholes anyway.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Especially if you think about this. Remember when he didn't shake J-Rock's hand? Remember when he didn't shake J-Rock's hand at the end of that fight they had when he at 154?
Right.
Okay. Remember the way he was talking slick when it came to Daniel Jacobs and all of that? So there's a lot of people that think these motherfuckers is assholes anyway. So even though this is alleged, and again, we're saying alleged, hey man, you know what, dog? Play it up, because it really didn't hurt Gervonta Tank Davis. And that was a woman involved.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we don't know what the details is here. So, hey, they think you the villain anyway. Hey man, play that shit up, man.
Right. Yeah. I said WBC champion. I'm sorry, IBF champion. My bad. IBF champion at 154. I just thought about that. But yeah, you're absolutely right, dog. Play that shit up. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, look, I'm gonna say something. A lot of niggas might get mad at 2K, but what's new? You know what I'm saying? Black fighters have to be villains if they want to achieve the kind of success that they've been dreaming about. It is what the fuck it is, bro. The last, nice, respected fighter to actually achieve those goals was Sugar Ray Leonard, right? Andre Ward should have achieved it, right? Andre Ward is the perfect example of somebody being opposite of what most black fighters got to do. You know what I'm saying? Completely the fucking opposite of what most black fighters got to do, which is play the fucking villain. And y'all still didn't embrace him.
Wait a minute.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll take it a step further. Andre Ward had one advantage other black fighters didn't have.
What's that?
He had a white father.
Oh, yeah. Good point. Yeah, mixed breed. Mixed breed. So it didn't matter, though. Doesn't matter, right? So at the end of the day, you know, we're not politicking. This is facts. You can name them all, right? You know, Sugar Shane Mosley didn't get the credit he deserved until people didn't like him because they felt that he robbed Oscar De La Hoya twice. That's when he started getting respect. Oh, I hate this motherfucker. Let me say this. This is when he started getting a lot of attention. Let me say that. When he was at lightweight, 33-0 with 31 knockouts, not too many people were talking about Sugar Shane Mosley, right? No. Because he wasn't out in the media playing the fucking villain. Meanwhile, Floyd Mayweather was. Therefore, they were talking about him, right? But when he beat Oscar twice and even talked a little bit of shit afterwards, when people thought he lost both of those fights, that's when they gave him the attention he deserves, bro. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, I could go on and on about fighters that really didn't embrace that, black fighters that didn't really embrace that, right? And they weren't given the respect. But Andre Ward is the quintessential of that, bro. You see what I'm saying? He's the quintessential of that. Floyd Mayweather is the quintessential of the opposite working in their favor.
Yeah.
Adrian Broner is too. You know? Adrian Broner is the quintessential of the opposite of the black man playing the villain, working 100% in his favor. This is a motherfucker that's not even a B-level fighter, in my opinion. Right? And he still gets $1-2 million paydays with a terrible ass record. Why? Because people will give him the attention because they want to see him lose. So Jamal, play it up, dog. At the end of the day, historically speaking, this shit works for black fighters, bro. Play it up.
Play it up. If they ask him about it, right? Let's say it's a dude. Let's say it's a dude. Like he knows what happened. It's a dude. And they ask him about it. They say, Jamal, what happened? They say, hey, man, you can't be talking reckless to you know what I'm saying, to lions only, baby. You can't talk reckless to lions only. You talk reckless, you get wrecked. That's how he says it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like if he know it's a dude, hey, man, to say, hey, play it up, man.
Exactly.
Shit.
Exactly. My man Eric R says, we in these streets.
We in these streets.
My man Sporting Advantage is in the building. Who else is in this motherfucker? Mina K is in the building. Word up. Scott Brown is in the building. Mike James Boxing said 3KB. What it do? What's good, fam? Yeah. I know I ain't get everybody, but that's what's up. We're going to move on to the topics, man. So you've got a middleweight prospect who is signed with Eddie Hearn by the name of Austin Ammo Williams, right? Cat out of Houston. You know what I'm saying? Nice little amateur pedigree. Not major, but, you know, nice little amateur pedigree. He's 5-0 with 4 knockouts. He just hit the scene. You know what I'm saying? He is known for leaking sparring sessions. That's what he does. Basically, that's what he does to get his name out there, right? He's been doing it for a long time, leaking sparring sessions, right? But one in particular that he leaked, he was beating the hell out this boy, right? Dude that probably should have never been in the motherfucking ring with him, dog. Should have never been in the ring with him, right? But he was beating the hell out this boy because he was letting a lot of, rust off. He's trying to get a lot of rust off due to that quarantine of COVID-19, right? So he's like, man, I'm back in the ring, man. He was excited, trying to get the rust off. He was overly aggressive. He's fucking the boy up, right? And he leaked that. He put it out. Well, WBO super middleweight champion, Billy Joe Saunders. It just slips out sometimes. You know what I'm saying? He came out and basically says, you know what? That's some bullshit, man. You're a bully. You over there beating the shit out of somebody that should have never been in a ring with you, and you over there posting the shit like it's, like it's a motherfucking, like it's an honor. Like Cat should look at you and be like, you know what, man, you the man, dog. You the man. Of course, I'm 2K translating this shit, but that's pretty much what he said, right? Now, he also says, when I come over to America, 2K translated, you're going to see me. That's what he said. It's Billy Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Austin Ammo Williams comes out with his own video basically calling out Billy Joe.
Yeah.
Not only did he come out with his own video basically saying, come to America, we definitely going to link up, and I'm going to show you who I am. Not only did he say that, right? But then he also says that he's looking to fight Billy Joe Saunders after his next fight. He wants Billy Joe right now. Now, Bo. Now, I've watched Austin Williams, right? I've watched him. He's a very good aggressive fighter, right?
Mm-hmm.
That has a pretty good how do I say he has he's not a wild fighter with his aggression. Let me say that. He's
right.
not wild with his aggression.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he has a lot of power in both hands. He can knock you the fuck out with either hand, right? So my question to you is this. 5-0, 4 knockouts. A lot of flaws that he has right now at middleweight. Should he even be calling out Billy Joe Saunders? And should Billy Joe Saunders even be entertaining this shit, bro?
Very, very good question. And this is my reply. Does a lion worry about it being scratched by a kitten?
Nope.
Okay. So in the first place, Billy Joe Saunders had nothing open in his mouth in the first place. He should have did what Demetrius Andrade, what Charlo, what Earl Spence, what Sean Porter, Terrence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez. He should have did what all of them motherfuckers did before him.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. Keep your fucking mouth shut. Because why? This guy's beneath you. Because I'm not going to even point out or address, his issues that he came out with his video, right? I'm not going to even address that. I'm going to address the fact that you have other things that you can do as a champion that your focus should be on.
Right.
Other than a motherfucker that is so far below the totem pole that if you fight him, I might come whoop your ass. So what the fuck is you doing fighting this motherfucker right here? How does he get a goddamn shot and you couldn't fight Andrade, motherfucker? Are you serious right now?
Right.
Like if I'm Demetrius Andrade, I'd have jumped in. Hey man, hey bitch, what are you doing looking at a nigga 5-0 when I want to kick your ass?
Oh yeah, I'd have been hell. Yeah, I'd have gone on. Hey, but look, Julio Cesar Chavez, a lot of Mexican boxing fans that call him the God. He was doing this shit, nigga, 88-0, fighting motherfuckers on their debut. Why can't Billy Joe do it, Bo?
Nah. Hey, 3KB wasn't around when Chavez was doing that bullshit.
That's true. And we would have ate that motherfucker up in every single. I told y'all on another podcast we had. He fought my mother-in-law's husband, man. Mosley. That nigga had a losing record. Yep. And Chavez was an undefeated. He was like 40-something-0 or 50-something-0 at the time. And he fought my mother-in-law's husband with a losing record. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I don't understand how a lot of Mexican fans and a lot of boxing fans that like Chavez, why they're saying that's okay, right? But I guarantee you if a motherfucker did that today, like let's say, Demetrius Andrade just decides to fight a nigga 5-12, oh, they gonna kill him.
Oh, well, shit. I give you an example. They killed Floyd when he did it with Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
They killed him about it, but I mean, he made the money, but they killed him about that.
Right.
See what I'm saying? But what was more fucked up to me about this situation is Ammo Williams just kind of outsmarted Billy Joe. Why? Because Ammo said, oh, no, fuck that see me in the gym shit, nigga. I'll fight you for that belt around your waist. Think about it. Billy Joe said, I'm going to come see you. He didn't talk about fighting. I'm going to come see you.
Right.
And Ammo like, well, no, motherfucker, after I get done fighting, nigga, I'll fight you for that championship. Right. He just outsmarted the nigga that's supposed to have the more experience and be the champion. He said, no, fuck all that. I want a bag. I want to get in the ring with you, get paid, okay? Maybe have a moment or two, get a bag. If I lose, I lose. I got nothing at risk here. I'm 5-0, nigga. You the motherfucker with the belt. You know? So Billy Joe should have kept his mouth about that. What Ammo said exactly what he's supposed to say if you have a fighter's mentality and the motherfucker challenge you. I don't care if I got 5 fights. I don't care if I got no fights. Fucking Jessica McCaskill was talking about knocking the fuck out. She's talking about knocking out Cecilia Brakas. And I think she has just over 10 fights or just hitting 10 fights, right? Okay? So if you have the fighting mentality, you're supposed to do what Ammo said. I like the fact how you outsmarted the nigga. No, man, I want to fight you for that belt. Billy Joe should have kept his mouth shut, man.
Exactly. Man, look, at the end of the day, man, you know, I gotta applaud Ammo, you know what I'm saying? Because he's doing what we say fighters need to be doing, right? He's doing what we say fighters need to be doing, and that is basically calling these motherfuckers out. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, bro, nigga, at least go beat Masage Salecki, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know, go beat Liam Williams, you know? Chris Eubank Jr. somebody, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Rob Brandt. Even Rob Brandt. Nigga,
Rob Brandt, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go beat a motherfucker first. Then we can talk about Billy Ho. Billy Ho ain't even at middleweight. He had motherfucking super middleweight. And you talking about we could fight for that strap around your waist? Nigga, you ain't even ranked to be able to do that. Is he even ranked at middleweight? I doubt it. I ain't even got to go look. I doubt it. You know what I'm saying? Shit, the WBC ranks like 40 motherfuckers. I bet you he's not top 40. While all the other sanctioning bodies, they rank 15 people. WBC got 40 motherfuckers on that list. I bet you he's not in there. You know what I'm saying? 5-0, he ain't in there. If he's in there, Eddie Hearn's a hell of a promoter. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker's a hell of a promoter if he's in there. So, bro, come on, man. At the end of the day, we feel you. You know, you feel like you got to talk back. Feel like you got to say something back. You know, you're a young nigga, you know what I'm saying? We get you, dog, right? Young niggas do stupid shit all the time. But at the end of the day, man, you're not getting that fight. Don't be out here saying unrealistic shit. That's my thing. He should have kept it at when Billy Ho said he was going to see him. He should have been like, all right, man, I'm going to come see you then. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, right, if you going to come see me, then come see me. That's how he should have kept it. Y'all really not going to fight for the belt around his waist, so there's no reason to even say nothing like that, man. It's not happening.
No.
So, yeah, you know, good publicity for you that Billy Joe even mentioned your name. Shit, I'm even willing to say Eddie Hearn should be like, hey, man, why don't you call the young man out? You know, we can get his name up a little bit. Yeah, I believe in shit like that. Collusion is a motherfucker, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
Dumb niggas. Shit happening behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? Right? In secret. I believe in Eddie Hearn going to a bigger name fighter and saying, yo, say something about that sparring session, you know what I'm saying? Get Austin's name up, shit, you know what I'm saying? We all a team. And then he'll, you know, I'll talk to him about responding back. And then, you know, guys like Three Kings Boxing will write on it and talk about it on their show. Yeah. I can see that happening, dog. But at the end of the day, man, it really doesn't do much of anything. We talking about it because we like talking about prospects, right? And this is a good story for a prospect. But at the end of the day, it's not going to do anything. He's got a hell of a lot to prove, man. It's going to take him a while. The beautiful Amina K says, in these streets.
In these streets, baby.
Word up, word up. What was the one you put up of her? You took it down. She said, hell, always he Billy Ho. To me, since I heard 2K call him that way back. Word up. Look, Amina, I gave him his name back when he beat David Lemieux. I kind of gave him his name back. When he whooped David Lemieux ass the way he did, I gave him his name back a little bit. Every once in a while, I throw it out there. But I did give him his name back. You know what I'm saying? I felt I needed to do that after that win. You know what I'm saying? All right, man, let's move on to the next one.
What you got?
So, this shit about Dazn, man. Let me.
Oh Lord,
Bo, you take it, man. Let me hear you take it real quick. Take this topic, man.
All right, man. So, there's been some rumors going around of people thinking Dazn is going out of business. They broke simply because the billionaire owner of Dazn, he's looking to either sell some stake of DAZN, or he's looking to sell the entire business, right? And the bottom line is, because of COVID-19, DAZN is a sports streaming app, right? Well, there's no sports going on, so they have nothing to be working, nothing operate, nothing going on. They have all these contracts with these leagues and these teams that they have to fulfill with paying, which is another thing. They actually was like, nah, man, listen, ain't nothing going on. So, we're not going to pay out on these contracts because ain't no sports going on, right? On top of the fact that people who are probably subscribed to DAZN have either not paid or canceled their shit. Well, ain't nothing happening, motherfucker. Because mind you, it's not just boxing. DAZN was popular not from boxing. The most popular sport, okay, in Europe is soccer, or what we call it soccer, but it's called football. Right. That's a very popular sport over there. Right? Hell, I don't even have DAZN. I got I got that Fire Stick. That's all I see is them fucking channels, dog.
Word up.
I'm like, God damn, it's fucking 100 of them channels and different games and shit, right?
Word up.
And not to mention, I think DAZN is the host of the whole Euro League. I think they're the host of that whole Euro League thing, right? So that's huge for them. Well, nothing's going on, nothing's moving, right? So they're like, oh, we got to make a move, because from a financial standpoint, we don't make a move, we can't be taking these hits. So he's looking to sell either part of it to help secure certain things financially, because the one thing you better understand, when you're a billionaire, you ain't trying to go broke. You ain't trying to spend your money. You trying to spend other people's fucking money, not your shit. So when you get to that point where your shit's being touched, you're like, nah, make a call, call the bank. Right. So people heard about that, and they automatically, got to thinking that DAZN is going out of business. So Eddie Hearn was asked about it, and his thing was, he said, there is no situation. He's talking about every time he goes online, he gets these bots saying, yeah, DAZN's going broke, this and this and that. He said, we're going to have a meeting on Friday to discuss the schedule coming up. It ain't an ideal time for anybody, but if you have a subscription company that thrives off sports and there has been no sports, obviously is not going to be the best. He's absolutely freaking right. But my thing that upsets me is this. The people that are happy about DAZN possibly going out of business don't realize this hurts boxing. Listen, we talk shit about Demetrius Andrade. We talk shit about Tevin Farmer. But DAZN made them niggas, man. I'm sorry to tell y'all that. DAZN made them niggas, man. We got to see Andrade more than just on just on the videos after somebody fights and shit. Like, the nigga stopped hanging around people fights, dog.
Yeah, dog. Like, Demetrius Andrade was really a motherfucker that was sitting on the bench for a whack ass team. Like, the nigga was playing for I don't know, like the Cavaliers right now or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nigga playing for the Cavaliers, sitting the bench. That's what he was over there at Banner Promotions, bro. But now Demetrius Andrade has been more active than ever. Granted, I mean, he's fighting whack ass niggas, Artur Akavov, Luke Keeler. You know what I'm saying? He's fighting whack ass dudes. But the point is, he's more active than he was at fucking Banner and Star Promotions.
Exactly.
You feel me? So DAZN has allowed that to happen, dog. I just don't understand why. Let me tell you something, man. There's no way that you could tell me that you're a boxing fan and you're happy that one of the outlets that promote boxing and show boxing are going under.
Don't hurt them.
Personal problem. You're not a boxing fan.
Mm-hmm.
You're a fan of entities in boxing. You're not a fan of the sport. You're a fan of entities in boxing, whether it be a network, a fucking promotional company, a trainer, a fighter, a manager, whoever. But don't come to niggas like me or other real boxing fans that know the sport and try to argue with us. Absolutely not. Shit won't be tolerated.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck, right? Let me say this. I don't give a fuck about any of these motherfuckers, man. Right? Now, I have respect for certain entities in the sport. I have a level of respect for all the fighters. A level of respect, right? Even though we clown and all that shit, like I told y'all before, it's entertainment, right? It's like comedians clowning athletes and all of this shit, but they still got respect for them, right? So I have a little bit of respect for every fighter out there because, as a fighter, I know what it's like to get in the ring and go to fisticuffs against another man and mentally overwhelm him to get the win. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I understand that concept, bro, right? But after that level of respect, there's only a few that get a little more respect out there, right? And those are the ones that got like the fighter's mentality, right? For fighters. For managers, those are the ones that are making sure that their fighters are in tip-top shape year round, right? I'm sorry, for trainers. For managers, those are the ones that are actually out there trying to make the big fights, hopefully trying to get the big fights made, right? For networks, those are the ones that are not sitting here saying, we can't do business with them over there because we over here. You see? For promotional companies, same thing as managers. They're trying to make the big fights happen. That's where those entities get a little bit more respect than the foundation of respect that I already have for the sport. You see what I'm saying? So, but at the end of the day, I would never side with any one of these motherfuckers. No manager, no trainer, no fighter, no network, no fucking promoter. I'm not siding with none of them. Right? And like Bo has mentioned before, we've been asked.
Yeah.
We've been asked.
Yes, we have.
This shit was a hard no. Get the fuck out of here. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, bro, you can't sit here and say that you're a boxing fan and be happy that one of the fucking outlets that promotes the sports and puts the sport on display for you to watch and for you to enjoy and for everybody else to enjoy is going out of business because that's one outlet less than what we have to display boxing, dog. I didn't like Jim Lampley or Larry Merchant. Ooh. I didn't like them motherfuckers, but I didn't want HBO to shut down, dog.
Nah, I didn't either, man.
You see what I'm saying?
I came up on that shit, dog.
Yeah, I don't care about them commentating on HBO, nigga. I know so much about the sport. I don't need to listen to them. Like they could be on, and I'm tuning them niggas out because I'm doing commentating in my head or shit outwardly, bro. If I'm watching a fight, like when I was watching Rancis Barthélemy fight fucking Mickey Bay and shit, getting mad the whole fight. I'm commentating. Yeah. I'm not listening to who the fuck is talking on the screen, man. Right? They don't have no influence over my enjoyment of the sport, dog. All I care about is being able to watch the shit, man. Like ESPN Wednesday and Friday night fights. Right, Rick? Boxing After Dark, right? USA Network fights. I wanted all of that. I want all of that on there. I ain't got no allegiance to none of these people. You see what I'm saying? PBC on Fox, great. PBC on Showtime, great. Nigga, PBC on Bounce was great. Only problem with that is I couldn't find Bounce, nigga. That was my only problem. I couldn't find that fucking channel.
I lived in the Midwest, baby. I was able to get that motherfucker.
Yeah, I had to stream Bounce and shit, bro. I had to stream it. That was my only problem. I used to be like, man, where the fuck is Bounce at, man? You know what I'm saying? So I had to go stream. That was my only problem. Nigga, you could put boxing on fucking Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. Nigga, I watched Andre Ward beat Paul Smith on BET.
Yeah, I remember that shit. You're right.
I watched it. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about no entity and who they're aligned with and networks and shit. This nigga, that tells me you're a fucking idiot. You a beta male, you a dumb nigga, one or the other, or maybe both. It's boxing, dog. And that's for you motherfuckers that's trying to argue with real boxing enthusiasts and you over there siding with an entity. You siding with an entity, go argue with niggas like you. Don't fuck with a nigga like me, bro. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that if there is a situation, and Eddie Hearn is basically saying there's no situation, but we're having a meeting to talk this over, right? And I'm going to put up a comment that my man Rick Muhammad has said earlier. You know what I'm saying? He's saying there's no situation, but he's also saying there's going to be a meeting. So if there's no situation, I don't understand why you got to have a meeting about a non-situation.
I think he was referring to having a meeting to schedule fights for upcoming fights to be scheduled.
All right, to schedule fights. Bet. All right. So he's saying there's no situation. We're going to schedule fights still. All right. Mm-hmm. So if the rumor is just a rumor, that's good. If it's not a rumor and they're actually going under, nigga, that's bad, bro. That's bad news, man. I don't care if it's Eddie Hearn. I don't care if he made people pay for a nap. I don't care. That's bad news, man. What's going to have to happen is all those fighters that he's got, they're going to be basically transferred to different boxing entities out there, Top Rank and PBC, right? Maybe Frank Warren might get a couple of them, right? Matchroom probably keep them, but there won't be a DAZN. You'll have to stream all the fights and shit. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe Eddie Hearn will have to make a deal with ESPN or somebody else, which will most likely happen. If DAZN is done with the boxing department of their app, then Eddie Hearn will most likely get a deal with somebody else.
Yeah.
Right? What I think he would do, bro, he'd probably go either fuck with PBC. I think he'd fuck with PBC. Here's why I think that. Because Frank Warren is already fucking with ESPN and Top Rank.
Bingo. Right? Boom.
Right?
Boom.
So he either fucks with PBC or him and Golden Boy start their own thing, and maybe they get a deal with CBS or some shit. Who knows? Right? But that's something that would happen if the DAZN's boxing department had to get rid of the boxing department. That's something that would happen. But at the end of the day, it's still another outlet at which, you know, was showing boxing to everybody is no longer around, bro. That's a fucking problem, dog. My man Rick Muhammad, he said that's where the chatter is coming from, that the $1 billion Eddie's dad gave him to stir things up in the U.S. is ending. And we knew this, man. We knew this was going to happen because of the purses. And again, that fake news ass media outlet, 2KB or 3KB, one of them niggas. I don't know.
Yeah, you know what, dog? Them niggas always popping up in my goddamn search engine, man. On
Google. Too, bro. Every time they're always on my search.
Yeah, man. I type in Benicio Sullivan, them niggas pop up. Like, oh, what the fuck is these dudes, man?
Right. They're always on my search engine, the news feed and all that shit. They reported Eddie Hearn basically saying, right, that he has admitted that the purses that he's been giving out were too much. He's admitted it. So before Eddie Hearn even said that, we all knew, like, God damn, nigga, 365 for Canelo? Yeah. And he only fought Daniel Jacobs and who else did he fight before that, dog?
No, I think it was his first fight on DAZN was Rocky Fielding. Yeah, oh Rocky my Fielding. God, Canelo!
Right. Rocky Fielding and fucking Daniel Jacobs. Yep. We know there's no return on the investment. Like I told y'all before, I was at the Daniel Jacobs fight, man. That arena was not full. It wasn't.
Was Kovalev on DAZN?
Yeah, Kovalev. Okay. It's another one, right? Now, I wasn't at that fight, so I can't say what the live gate on that was, but that Daniel Jacobs fight, that shit was not full. And they gave Daniel Jacobs a lot of money, right? You know, they gave Rocky Fielding and Kovalev a lot of fucking money on top of what they were giving Canelo. We know they didn't get a return on their investment, man, right? Triple G and the amount he got. You know, you got Tevin Farmer talking about he the cash cow at 130. And don't tell how much he got. Right? You know, the money that they gave Anthony Joshua. You see? Mm-hmm. So we already knew that they were going under. Hell, Demetrius Andrade been over here smiling like a motherfucker, so we know he got a lot of money, right? Mikey Garcia, $7 million for one goddamn fight against Jesse Vargas. Man. Right? So we know they've been spitting out money, dog, like nothing. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, bro, them saying, oh, you know what, or at least the rumor, oh man, they might be going under, or that $1 billion is you know, the money tree is ending, basically. That wouldn't be anything that I would be surprised about, bro. Not at all. You got something on this? Something else?
Yeah, I do, man. Here's the thing, and this is what I want everybody to understand, right? What if DAZN closed down? What is it? Just ask yourself this question. What is it I wouldn't have got if DAZN closed down? Let me tell you what you wouldn't have got. You wouldn't have discovered a motherfucker by the name of Josh Taylor.
Right.
You wouldn't know who the fuck he is right now. Matter of fact, him nor Regis Prograis would have been in that WBSS tournament. Okay? So you wouldn't have got that. If you didn't have DAZN, you wouldn't have got an undisputed cruiserweight champion in Alexander Usyk. You wouldn't have got that. You wouldn't have got that great fight, right? Dylan White, he had fights over on DAZN. You wouldn't have got a probably the modern day upset in the heavyweight division of Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua. You wouldn't have got that. You wouldn't have got Deontay Wilder getting the deal that he got because DAZN was trying to get his ass over there. Right. He had everybody catering to him, right? You wouldn't have got Tyson Fury getting what he got from ESPN because everybody was catering to him too. See what I'm saying? So you wouldn't have got that. You wouldn't have got GGG versus Derevyanchenko, and we saw just how good that motherfucking Derevyanchenko could have been. Daniel Jacobs never would have got his highest payday and become a two-divisional champion. All right? Listen. Right. You a Golden Boy. You wouldn't have got Ryan Garcia.
Nope.
You wouldn't have got that. Okay? So at the end of the day, whether you like them or dislike them, you never would have known about the UK circuit. You never would have known about some of these UK fights. Daniel Dubois, you wouldn't have known. You wouldn't have got that nigga.
Right.
You wouldn't have got Daniel Dubois.
Well, Daniel Dubois is with Frank Warren.
Yeah. What's he do, Frank? Oh, no, you know what? You're right. My bad.
You wouldn't get guys like Joshua Buatsi out there.
Yeah, that's
Anthony Yard.
That's what I'm thinking about.
Anthony Yard. There's a lot of fighters out there that are with Matchroom that are pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? That we wouldn't. I mean, we would at Three Kings, but a lot of cats in America wouldn't know about. They wouldn't be privy to. Right. That prospect, Nikita Bobby, aka White Chocolate. Right?
White Chocolate.
You wouldn't know about him. And by the way, Elmo Williams is like on his level. I don't mean to go back a fucking topic, but Elmo Williams is on White Chocolate's level, nigga.
Well, remember he signed all them niggas together. Remember that?
Yeah, he did. Nigga, fight White Chocolate or somebody first, and then come holler at me about Billy Joe. But anyway, I'm just saying, bro. Right? But you wouldn't know about these guys. You see what I'm saying? I know I wouldn't know about no goddamn White Chocolate if DAZN wasn't out, right? Demetrius Andre wouldn't be as active as he is today, as we said earlier, right?
No. You would know who Michael Hunter is.
Yeah. Right. You know Michael Hunter because he gave Alexander Usyk trouble at cruiserweight after being on a year layoff. But after that, the nigga would have faded off into the sunset.
Yep. Right. And wait a minute. And my man 2K the Prodigy would not have found the antidote to his lack of sleeping if it wasn't for DAZN by watching Lawrence Okolie.
Yeah, dog. Lawrence Okolie. See, let me tell y'all something. Them UK cats would have been talking up fucking Lawrence Okolie, and I would have been like, oh man, they got a pretty good fighter in Lawrence Okolie, right? So I would have been ready and primed to watch this nigga, only to be disappointed. It hurts worse. Thanks to DAZN, I know who the fuck he is, and I know to stay away from this nigga.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
So a lot of cats, man. Joe Cordina, bad motherfucker, man.
Yeah, Joe Cordina is pretty good. He's not world level yet, but on that, but on that, I think he's doing pretty good on the Euro circuit. He's pretty good, and they're actually talking about Cordina and that guy Gill having a fight for the EBU title.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Yep.
My man Scott Fitzgerald had that beef with Anthony Fowler, bro.
I remember that shit, dog.
That was a good fight.
That shit was good.
I wouldn't have known shit about no Scott Fitzgerald and Anthony Fowler and the fact that Anthony Fowler knocked out Scott Fitzgerald in the amateurs, and this was a rematch of a knockout loss, and Scott Fitzgerald is trying to avenge his loss as in the pros and shit, and then he actually beats him. Nigga, I wouldn't know none of that.
Nope.
If it wasn't for DAZN, right? So what is happening is DAZN allows you, if you're a real boxing fan, if you're a true boxing fan, DAZN allows you to basically be privy to a lot of fighters, not just here in America, but abroad, man.
Very good point.
That's what it does. And guys like me and Bo and the rest of my staff at 3kingsboxing.com, that's what we fucking care about. We want to know about every goddamn boxing there is to know. We don't care about siding with entities. We don't care about siding with promoters and fucking networks. We just want to know what boxers are out there, who the fuck is dope, so we can talk about them. Then when that time comes, we can be like, we told y'all niggas about this dude.
Hey, man, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't that WBSS tournament that Naoya Inoue was in? Wasn't that being on DAZN too?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Naoya Inoue never would have got that extremely large contract from ESPN and Top Rank if it wasn't for that either.
Right. He was basically put on display. Remember, he had his first fight in America, I believe, was on HBO, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it was.
And he fought like shit against some guy that he probably should have knocked the fuck out, like he was knocking cats out over in Japan, right? He fought like shit. And nobody was talking about signing Naoya Inoue after that, bro. Nobody.
It wasn't.
But him running through Emmanuel Rodriguez, right?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, the guy that beat Rashid Warren.
Not Chris. Was it?
No, the guy that beat Rashid Warren, and then Rashid Warren beat him. They had two fights.
I can't think of his name.
But anyway, knocked him out in the first round, in the first round of the WBSS, live on DAZN.
Yep.
Right. Then it was Emmanuel Rodriguez, and then it was fucking Nonito Donaire.
Yep.
Right? That's when Top Rank was like, yeah, we need to get this guy. America knows who he is now. That's why. It's all about people knowing who the fuck you are. Well, Dazn was able to showcase this guy in front of an American crowd, and that's why Top Rank signed him, man.
Yep. They revived Nonito Donaire's career.
Sure did. Nonito Donaire getting ready to fight for another title against my man Awubali.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Nordine Awubali, that's his name. So that's what I'm saying, dog. Like, thank you. Mike Wilson is in the building. 3 Kings Boxing. Juan Carlos Payano. That's who it was. Knocked him out in the first round of the first round of the WBSS live on DAZN in front of millions of motherfuckers. Beautiful, dog. So that's what this does. Now, if you're not a true boxing fan, hey, your opinion's your opinion. Side with whoever the fuck you want to side with. But don't tell me, yeah, nigga, I'm a true boxing fan. You know what I'm saying? Fuck DAZN. Nah, man, that nigga, that don't work. That don't work, nigga. That's a contradiction in my book.
Yeah, it is.
You said you true boxing fan, then you said fuck DAZN, nigga. That's a contradiction. That's a contradiction. So, nah, man, any network that's going out of business possibly is a negative. It's a stain on the sport of boxing, man. Bo, you got some comments you want to talk about?
Yeah, my man. We got a lot of comments. I want to go back to a comment, though. At the very, very beginning, my man kind of spit at my sentiments. Yeah, it was Sporting Evander. We was talking about that talk. He said, I tell him, we talk about my son. He said, I tell him, take a technical and take him out.
Oh, hell yeah. On that video, hell yeah.
He said, take the technical.
Look, man, turning to Sean Porter, man. Just sack that nigga, bro. He was skinny as fuck. Just sack him, bro. He'll break as soon as he hit the ground, man. All sorts of bones breaking and shit. Kneecap, shoulder blade, neck bone, jawbone, everything be fucking broken. A skinny ass little boy, man. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man. What else you got, Bo? Stop slacking, nigga. Give me some
man. I got you. Jim Lampley, bang. My man Kendrick Taylor said, Jim Lampley, bang, bang. Pacquiao hits him again, bam. I kind of hate HBO left. Shit, we still haven't gotten some of the fights we wanted. Exactly,
bro. Nigga, Jim Lampley was ridiculous with it, man. Like, you know, when Maxim Dadashev, he knocked somebody out. We put it on the 3 Kings page. He knocked some cat out. I can't remember who it was, but it was a fucking left hook, a counter left hook, right? Motherfucking Christina Pancher said, "Oh, what a big right hand." I was like, "What the fuck is she talking about?" You know, what the fuck is she talking about? That was Jim Lampley when it came to Pacquiao. Pacquiao would miss. Bang! Here's another one. Bang, 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 bang. Nigga, what are you talking about? He missed all those shots. And that's what I'm talking about, man. Like, I didn't like Jim. I couldn't stand this dude. This dude, listen, man. Floyd Mayweather beat Oscar De La Hoya live on television, live on HBO in front of millions of people, right? Facts. Whether you thought De La Hoya won, the official decision was Floyd Mayweather by split decision. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Jim Lampley then proceeded to bring Floyd Mayweather on that dumbass show that he had. I never fucking watched it, bro. What was it? The fight?
The fight game. The fight game.
Man, whack. Brought Floyd Mayweather on there and basically lambasted that nigga, right? Excoriated that nigga for you dumb motherfuckers. Criticized him. You know what I'm saying? In front of millions of people. And Floyd was kind of sitting there like, yo, what the fuck is this, man? I'm on the motherfucking show, and you know what I'm saying? And this nigga basically just making me look like shit, like I didn't win the fight. That shit right there, I was like, I would never respect Jim Lampley as a man. Not because it was Floyd Mayweather. Hell, it could have been the reverse. Oscar De La Hoya could have won officially. And then, Jim Lampley could have been a fan of Mayweather and put Oscar De La Hoya on there and fucking excoriated him, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would have been like, man, fuck Jim Lampley. All the same. Has nothing to do with who it was. It was the fact that Jim Lampley did that, bro. Completely unprofessional, dog. So I would never have respect for Jim Lampley after that, man. Real talk. Like my man Virtuoso said, hard right hand. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Virtuoso said promotional groupies are hella stupid, that they want one less outlet to catch boxing. Exactly.
I will never understand it, man. Bo, I never understand it, bro. I've never, not even, when we was covering boxing back in the 90s and the 80s and in the early 2000s and shit, the networks and all that, like I said before in the previous podcast, the networks and the link to the promoters, that shit wasn't there like that.
No, it wasn't.
It was, I mean, they still had it, of course, but it wasn't as prevalent as it is today. They didn't have as much power as they have today. So, of course, back then, we weren't sitting there like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, I only fuck with HBO and Don King. We weren't doing that. We were like, yo, I like the fighters. That's what we were doing, man. And that's the problem we have in modern day boxing with these dumbass boxing fans, man, or these so-called boxing fans, right? That opportunity's there, and they're taking it. It's fucking up the sport, man.
Yeah, well, you know, I also got to keep in mind, back then the networks promoted the sport instead of promoting just the fighter.
Right.
And that's kind of what changed. And I always talk about this. The Floyd Manny Pacquiao era was the worst era in boxing because no other stars got built. You look at every other era, the Sugar Ray Leonard era, even the Mike Tyson era, the Oscar De La Hoya, the Muhammad Ali, there were other stars being built. The Floyd Manny Pacquiao era, nobody got no shine. Nothing. Nobody.
Right. Exactly, bro.
That's why I say, as far as the era, that was probably the worst era for me in boxing because you had no other stars. I'm not saying it's not people we heard about and we know about, but what I'm saying is when they left, that's why you have the mad scramble you have right now, because when they left, there was really nothing for the sport to go off of.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? The plate was basically dry. You had that one piece of steak called Carnello. That was it. Right. You had that computer all steak Canelo on your plate. That was all you had.
Exactly, bro.
Boy, Evander say that's why I dislike any hate against boxing channels. We are a small community. We think we are big.
Well, I mean, it depends, man. If boxing channels deserve to be hated, that's on them. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of motherfuckers out here that carry an agenda. Well, when you carry an agenda, there's going to be two things, right? People are going to love you because of that agenda, and then people are going to hate you hard because they're opposite that agenda. You see what I'm saying? And then there's a third thing where people are neutral, and they're not necessarily looking at your agenda. They're looking at your content. How much do you know about boxing? That's me. How much do you really know about boxing? Sure, you're pushing this agenda, but how much do you really know about boxing? That's where, you know, me and myself and Bo, that's the category we're in. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if motherfuckers are basically doing shit that provokes hate, man, that's on them, man. It is what it is.
You know, that's what I'm saying, man. I love the sport of boxing. I don't care at all, period, who puts it on. If you give me a good fight, let's keep it real, because a lot of us didn't like it when it was happening to Al Heyman. I remember the complaints people were saying when it was happening to Al Heyman. So if you had a problem when it was happening to Heyman for whatever your reason was, you should have a problem with this, because at the end of the day, the fighters are hurt. Okay, listen, we'll go on with our regular everyday lives. Like, real talk, right. We'll go on with our regular everyday lives. Right? Boxing ain't gonna stop. We still be doing 3KB. It's still gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? HBO left and we still here. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Oh, man. So we will still be here, right? But for that to leave, and then, like my man said right here, Virtuoso, the zone bridge two audiences on opposite sides of the pond, thanks to Eddie Hearn. Yeah, you're right, because guys like Ted Cheeseman and like we talk Lawrence Okolie, man, what nobody be thinking about no goddamn Ted Cheeseman or Lewis Ritson? What nobody be thinking about them dudes, man?
Nah, man.
Or Hara Davies? Ain't nobody thinking about them cats like that, man.
Nah, not at all. And the way boxing is today, to be honest with you, dog, like a lot of cats will be like, man, I only like to watch top-notch fighters, like basically fighters that separate themselves, right? It's not like it was in the old days. A lot of fighters were literally sitting on the same level, right? A bunch of fighters in different divisions were sitting on the same level. The heavyweight division of the 90s, right? You had niggas that never won a title like Ika Biabuche, literally on the same level as the top fucking fighters at heavyweight.
Yeah, he was actually, yeah.
You don't see that today. There's really like, in some divisions, like, you know, there's only a couple of fighters that are good, and then that's it. Everybody else is garbage. Heavyweight of today, for example. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's only like 3 or 4 very good fighters at heavyweight, and then there's a huge drop-off, not necessarily to garbage, but like B- to B level contenders after you're looking at the A level fighters. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, but a lot of divisions are like that. So if you're a guy that says, hey, man, I only like the top level fighters and shit, you know what I'm saying? I only fuck with the top level big names. Well, you're not really fucking with nobody then.
That's
fucking
true.
like 3 people.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You really only fucking with like 3 people, right? So, whereas in the 80s and 90s, you could have been fucking with like 30 niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's how it used to be. But it's not like that now, dog. So you got to broaden your horizons a little bit, man. If you're a true fan of the sport, you got to broaden your fucking horizons, man. I want to hear no beta male shit talking about I can't watch the little guys, you know what I'm saying, because I like my men to be a little thick on the shoulders and on the waist. You know what I'm saying? Man, get your gay ass out of here, nigga.
Oh, God.
Fucking go watch the little guys, man. They know what they doing down there, man. Ain't no ducking down there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Gay ass niggas talking about I gotta watch bigger fighters and shit. They too little. Fuck out of here, man. That comment's gonna kill me, dog.
I know, dog.
Comment, though. I won't.
My man Scott Brown was referencing your point about where they would go. He said PBC has more fighters to match with Dazn fighters.
Yeah. You know, and that could be something. Who knows? Because if let's say Eddie Hearn decided to do that, remember Eddie Hearn has a relationship with Golden Boy. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that would kind of put a stain on their relationship if he, you know, let's say DAZN is out and he decided to go link up with PBC. That would fuck with his relationship with Golden Boy. You see what I'm saying? That would fuck with his relationship that he has with Canelo Alvarez. Remember, I believe that it's a big, not necessarily a very high possibility, but it would be a possibility that, let's say, if Canelo left Golden Boy, he would go to Matchroom because that's the next closest promotional company that he has, you know, a relationship with, and Eddie Hearn, right? That's if he didn't just go out on his own, which I think he should do, right? But he would go with fucking Matchroom Boxing. So there's a relationship there. They fuck with PBC. That relationship's no longer there. Would they be willing to sacrifice that, man? That would you know, remains to be seen.
Yeah, you know, I think the thing about that is, though, if Canelo was to try to, I think it would work only if Canelo went out his own, because the reality is, if Canelo go out on own, there's some things you're going to have to understand. Your enemies, you're going to have to work with them in this business.
Yeah. Okay,
we've seen a lot of it. Don King eventually had to work with Bob Arams. Arams had to work with Heyman. Heyman actually did make fights with De La Hoya when Amir Khan fought Canelo Alvarez, right? Josecito Lopez fought Canelo Alvarez. So, right. You know, sometimes, man, you got to dance with that motherfucker you don't like. Because I said this on the last podcast. When it comes to money, you'll be surprised how motherfuckers put shit aside. They may even send somebody, hey, man, on my behalf, this is what you tell that nigga.
Yeah, word up. Word up.
Call me on the phone when you're there.
Exactly, bro. My man Sporting Advantage, he said Julio Cesar Martinez is probably my favorite fighter to watch right now. Let me tell you something, man.
That boy is.
Let me tell you something, man. Outside of Kosei Tanaka, right? That's my man Mike Wilson's favorite fighter to watch too, probably.
Yep.
He likes him some Julio Cesar Martinez. Let some news drop on Martinez. Nigga, Mike already on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, nigga, this shit ain't even out there yet, bro. What the fuck? Right?
Probably got Mike looking right now.
Yeah, that nigga looking for some shit right now. Hell yeah. So yeah, DAZN brought him forth, man, when he knocked out Charlie Edwards. Fresh off of coming out of jail, by the way.
Good point.
Then he spent a night in jail before the goddamn fight, man.
He sure did, dog.
Spent a night in jail, got out, knocked out Charlie Edwards. Shit crazy, man. Of course, they took that shit back, but we all know what really happened, man. Charlie Edwards is going to get knocked out anyway. They shouldn't have took the decision back. Fuck that, man. They pulled a Roy Jones. They didn't disqualify him, though. But, nah, man, Julio Cesar Martinez is one of the best little guys right the fuck now, bro. He's must-see TV, bro. And if you're telling me that you're a boxing fan and you don't even know who the guy is, man, get the fuck out my face, man. Real talk. Get the fuck out my face, bro.
Well, you better get ready to only talk to the regulars then.
I already know, bro. Hey, look, that's why I don't talk to nobody as it is, man. That's exactly why I don't talk to nobody. I leave it talking to y'all. If you want to hear my voice, you'll hear it on this podcast or maybe a fucking interview. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, you see me in person. Other than that, you won't hear me talking to nobody, man. That's exactly why, dog. Let's go on to the next one, man, before we get the fuck up out of here, dog. Talk about a little bit of fuckery, make some niggas laugh. You know, my man James Lights Out Toney. He's out here in these streets.
In these streets.
Dog,
These old ass niggas are still roaming the streets, dog.
Bro. Look, these old niggas got curfews, man. Look, man, bingo starts at 6 p.m., nigga. The shit ends by 8. Then you need to go to bed, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Man. Nigga, hit the bingo, dog. Then get your ass in the bed, man. Shit. Look, man. This nigga James Toney came out and said that he has been called out, I guess, by the other heavyweights like Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, Shannon Briggs, Oliver McCall, etc. Right?
Mm-hmm.
He said he's been called out. He said, man, I was just chilling, you know, had a couple bitches on me and shit. You know, no, let me change that. I was just chilling, you know, had a couple biscuits on me and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about guns. I'm talking about like real Toll House biscuits, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, the kind that you bake and you can separate them and shit.
Oh man.
Like real country biscuits. That's James Toney. That's a big ass nigga, bro. I look at him in middleweight, super middleweight. I'm like, dog, what the fuck happened, man? What the fuck happened, dog? Exactly. My man Rick Muhammad said, Hungry Jacks. Exactly. No, Rick, he had them homemade Bisquick biscuits. Man, you ain't a black man if you never had a homemade Bisquick biscuit. You not a black man, dog. Your mom make that big ass biscuit that's the size of your fucking head. You not black if you never had one of those, man. Real talk.
That motherfucker stick to the roof of your tongue, your mouth.
Yeah, nigga, you got to drink a cup of water with every bite.
Yeah, that bitch would stick to the roof of your mouth. You sticking your finger there.
Nigga, that will fill you the fuck up, dog. That nigga James Toney look like he go through about 5 Bisquick biscuits a day. Just eating biscuits while he giving interviews, man. That's why he mumbling, nigga. It's not because the nigga's been punched in the head too much. It's because he eating a fucking biscuit, man. That's why he mumbling. Yep. Just saying.
Oh, man.
But look, man, back to the shit, dog. My man James Toney, bro. He said they've been calling him out, right? They've been calling him out. And he said, yeah, you know, I come out, you know what I'm saying? But I need 6 or 7 figures.
Woo! Wait, hold on. 6 figures is 100,000.
No, 6 figures is 6 zeros. He wants $1 million.
Oh, no.
Figures is zeros.
Nah.
That's what figures means, is zeros. So he wants 6 zeros, then that extra motherfucking digit. You know what I'm saying? Which is at least $1 million. Who in their right mind? Now, Mike Tyson is basically getting offered $1 million to do bare knuckles and shit, right? Mm-hmm. Which I don't understand where that money's coming from over there, but whatever, right? But Mike Tyson's basically getting offered $1 million. And that's because it's fucking Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson, when he came out with that training video,
oh yeah,
that basically put everybody on memory lane back to the old. I don't know why, because he don't look nothing like the old Mike Tyson. Niggas motherfucking body is sagging and shit from old nigga skin. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, wait a minute. You can't do too much bashing now.
Hey, nigga, hey, Bo, I'm sorry, man. If that, hey, look, man, if that's what you got, hey, bro, maybe you can relate.
I'm just saying, I got a couple years, but you can't.
Nigga, Mike Tyson, 3 years older than you, nigga. You right there. Look, that nigga got a full-grown gray beard, bro. Come on, man. This shit is a full-grown nigga. Think about it. When he shaves, right? When he shaved the whole beard off, right?
Yep.
When it grows back, it's gray. It's a gray motherfucking hair coming out of his pores, man. Real shit. That tells you this nigga's been around the block. You know what I'm saying? Saggy skin and shit. The nigga's lisp is even worse now. Really don't know what the fuck he's saying. Back then, we kind of get a couple fucking words out. Now you don't know. You don't know, right? Nigga, they got the motherfucking words with the bouncing ball and shit over the words and shit when Mike Tyson talks. This is what, hey, he got a translator. Mike Tyson talks, got a translator. Hey, man, this is what he said right here, bro. This is what he said. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So they're giving him $1 million because of the training video he came out with, right? Brought everybody back to memory lane. Well, James Toney was never that exciting. Now, I like James Toney. Don't get me wrong. That's a bad motherfucker, bro. James Toney, one of my favorite fighters of all time. Don't get it twisted. But he was never as exciting as a Mike Tyson, right?
That's true.
He never did. Motherfuckers knew Mike Tyson was going to knock the nigga out in the first round. They still bought the pay-per-view. They knew it was going to happen. And then they knew they would probably miss it because they had to go get some chips and dip or whatever the fuck. Well, it was a bunch of niggas watching. They had to go get some barbecue. You know what I'm saying? No, they knew they was going to miss it, right? And they still paid for the pay-per-view no matter what, right? James Toney did not garner that much attention to where niggas will be put back on memory lane because James Toney said he's coming out. And then motherfuckers be like, you know what? Hey, man, somebody front that nigga that's 6 or 7 figures. That's either $1 million or $10 million. Get the fuck out of here. Are you kidding me? Nigga, you'll be lucky to get $100 grand, nigga. I like him, dog, but he'd be lucky to get $100 grand, Bo. 50 grand. Listen, James Toney has been around the block for too long, man. Mm-hmm. Right? He was in there fighting Samuel Peter and Evander Holyfield. You know, losing to niggas like Lucas Brown. Ew. Right? He's been around the block for too fucking long. So people got tired of watching him, man. You see what I'm saying?
That's very
They're
true.
not going to want, or at least nobody's skirts are going to be blown up hearing James Toney is asking for 6 or 7 figures to come back to fight. Niggas is going to be treating him like Adrian Broner. All right, nigga. Bye, Felicia.
Yeah.
That's what they going to do. What do you think about this shit, Bo?
Man, listen, man. Look, here's the reality of it, right? Outside the fact James Toney has been around the block, right? You know, James Toney, it's funny because what he's saying, which is bad, he's eventually saying that, hey, man, I ain't got no money. That's what he's saying.
Let me say it for you. Hey, James, man, you coming back to boxing? I think I got no money.
That's so wrong, dog. Right? You know that's so wrong.
I got no money. That's what he said. It sounds to me everyone he doesn't have any money.
You know, outside of the fact, you know, James Toney lost to the great Montel Griffin, who also happened to have beaten Roy Jones, and very few niggas can make that claim. They beat both James Toney and Roy Jones. I'm just saying. Hey, you fuck with me about Richard Abreu.
Man, look, man, that ain't even funny, bro. Say what you just say it again, bro. I want everybody to hear what the fuckery this motherfucker just said.
The great, one of Chicago's many great champions, Montel Griffin.
Oh my God, man!
Beat
bro.
Both Roy Jones Jr. and James Lights Out Toney.
Listen.
Not many people can say they have. Dennis Lebedev can even say it.
Nigga. And Rick Muhammad, that's his boy. But Rick, I'm about to do it, Rick. I'm about to do it. Montel robbed the shit out of James Toney. Twice. And he got knocked the fuck out twice by Roy Jones Jr. Nigga, I was mad as fuck. I was a young nigga. You know, y'all niggas. Rick was probably like 40 years old when that fight took place. Oh, you probably the same age you are today, 50. when, that's back when Montel Griffin fought James Toney. Shit, Rick and Bo were 40 and 50 years old back. That's how old these niggas are. You know what I'm saying? I was like 15 years old, 16 when that fight happened, bro. And I'm yelling at the TV, what the fuck? Nigga, that's some bullshit. Man, that motherfucker that hit that motherfucker while he was down, that's some whole shit. But he clearly hit him while he was down. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell y'all something. Didn't Triple G do the same thing to David Lemieux?
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
yes, he did.
Shit. Hold up. Didn't Triple G do the same thing to David Lemieux, Bo?
Yes, he did.
I believe it was him. And they were talking about that. Oh, man, it might be the same thing that happened to fucking Roy Jones when he hit Montel Griffin while he was down. But Triple G did not get that disqualification L like Roy Jones did.
Well, because there was a difference. Because Triple G obviously was winning that fight, and you can tell it was a mistake. Roy Jones was frustrated because Montel's whooping that ass. And he said, man, this Chicago nigga is beating me up, man.
Hey, bro, I don't think anybody's ever said that ever.
Hey,
ever.
I got an announcement to make. This is the first in Three Kings boxing history. Outside of Eric R. said, Bo tripping. Mike Wilson said, that great? Really, nigga?
Oh, yeah, you made Mike say nigga, bro. That's what I'm talking about.
I made Mike say nigga.
I made Mike say nigga, bro. See, when you come out with that fuckery, you make Mike say nigga, you know it's bullshit.
But no, seriously though, at the end of the day, man, James Toney saying what he said, and here's the thing, because think about it. James Toney is even saying something that Evander Holyfield hasn't even said, and Evander Holyfield released the tape of him working out, right? And that workout obviously didn't go over well because people really ain't talking about that like that. People are more looking at Tyson's because his workout made you remember that. You see, if you look at James Toney, do you know what you're going to think of? You're going to think of Butterbean. That's what you're going to think of. You're going to think of Butterbean. You're going to think, damn, Butterbean, dark this skin?
They close, bro. Yeah, nigga, they close. You're right.
Yeah. They gonna say, damn, did Butterbean darken his skin? Oh, damn, that's James Toney.
That nigga pulled a reverse Lil' Kim.
Yeah, oh, yeah, exactly. See, I'm serious, dog. So James Toney talking about I need 6 figures to come back. Hold on, dog. We ain't seen no video. We don't know what you look like. The last time we saw you, know what I'm saying, you was getting stretched over in the MMA. I mean, come on, man. Them ties been kicked around, dog.
Yeah, dog. Exactly. James Toney is like a $2 hoe. Everybody been turning out, bro. I'm just saying. Everybody been turning James Toney out, man. I matter of fact, I got you, bro. I got you, nigga. James Toney lost to a nigga named Charles Ellis in 2015. Damn. Charles Ellis, 9-3. You see? He lost to Jason Gavern, man. Y'all know that name, Jason Gavern, right? Y'all don't remember who Jason Gavern is?
Didn't Deontay Wilder fight him?
Yes, sir. Exactly. Exactly. Deontay Wilder fought him, bro. Exactly. Woo! So that's what I'm saying, bro. Jason Gavern's been a guy that's been around the fucking block, man. Right? He's a straight up journeyman. When he beat fucking James Toney, the nigga was like 24-16 or something like that, man. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So he's been around the block, man. Deontay Wilder knocked this nigga out in the 4th round. Easy work, no trouble. Everybody done beat the fuck out of Jason Gavern. Jason Gavern got what? Something like, he got like 16 losses, man. Half up knockouts, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, and James Toney lost to this guy. You're telling me you're going to get $1 million, my nigga? And you losing to Jason Gavern, nigga, Lucas Brown and shit? It's not happening, man. You know what I'm saying? So what that told me is, like I said before, I can't remember who we was talking about in another podcast where we talked about a guy. Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner basically pricing himself out of boxing. Right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Man, you know what I'm saying? I really don't want to do this shit, but motherfuckers is basically going to clown me if I don't do it. So fuck it. I just asked for $10 million, price myself out of boxing. Yeah. That's what James Toney's doing. I don't recall nobody calling James Toney out, man. I don't recall.
Man, I don't remember it.
I don't know anybody that said that. I mean, we be all over this boxing beach street shit, bro. I ain't heard nobody say nothing about some. I want James Toney to come back. Now we inserted James Toney's name because James Toney likes to talk about coming back, but in reality, I ain't heard nobody say, give me James Toney. I ain't heard that, right? So he said niggas was calling him out. Some phantom motherfuckers was calling him out, right? Ghosts and shit were calling him out, right? You know what I'm saying? And then so the nigga said Ghost called him out and then came and said, yeah, nigga, I want 1 to 10 million. It pricing himself out of boxing. Goddamn well, you ain't gonna get 10K, bro. Stop. This nigga gonna get $30,000, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. And that's a high maybe, bro. Stop, man. I like James Toney, but at the end of the day, bro, nobody's paying you that fucking money, man, to see you. Man. Basically come to the ring with a cigar in your mouth, and then when you take the cigar out your mouth, and then you pull out a bag of Cheetos, then when you put the bag of Cheetos back in your trunks, and then you pull out a couple biscuits, eat them motherfuckers, then when you finish with the biscuits, you go in your goddamn shoe and pull out a motherfucking Big Mac with cheese, nigga, finish eating that, then when you finish eating that shit, nigga, you pull out a whole big-ass bag of popcorn, then when you finish that, and then you pull out a big-ass Big Gulp. I'm talking about the Big Gulp back every goddamn summer, nigga, when you kept the cup, and you went to Stop and Go or fucking Diamond Shamrock or whatever your goddamn local your local fucking convenience store was, you get a free motherfucking refill. Remember that shit, Bo?
God damn, dog. You keep going, nigga. Don't stop.
Remember that shit, Bo?
Hell yeah. I remember that shit.
Young niggas don't know nothing about that.
Hell yeah.
You keep the Big Goat cup all summer. You go back to the goddamn convenience store. All you got to do is show them the cup. I think a refill was a quarter, actually. You give them a quarter, you refill your whole goddamn cup.
Yep.
I remember that shit, bro.
And you didn't wash that motherfucker. You rinsed it because you didn't want the cup to fade if you washed it too hard. Exactly. That motherfucker would fade, so you would just pour one in it and circle it around.
Exactly, bro.
And pour it out.
Young niggas don't know nothing about that shit, bro. James Toney had a whole Big Gulp, nigga, in the corner.
Oh, shit.
You be like, hungry. What, nigga? Hey, Tony's translator, get over here, man. What the fuck this nigga say, man? James, say it again. I said, nigga. He said, hey, man, give him the Big Gold. He thirsty, nigga. That's what he said. Y'all niggas can't understand him. I understand him. Fuck out of here, man. Man, Bo, what comments you got for me, dog? Who in here talking?
Oh, man, everybody in here talking. Cheetah Head is in the building.
My man, Cheetahhead, 3kingsboxing.com.
He said, damn, I thought you liked the dude.
Hey, look, Cheetahhead, you already know, man. I like these dudes, man. I do. I like a lot of these dudes, man. But when they fucking up, I got to go in, man. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I like James Toney, a bad motherfucker, man. I even like James Toney when he talks shit, man. I do, bro. I fuck with James Toney. I really do. He actually looks like a longtime friend of mine. They look exactly the same, bro. Only difference between this nigga and James is this nigga 6'3" or 6'4". That's the only. Just picture a big ass 6'4" James Toney. They look exactly alike. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with James, man. But at the end of the day, gotta get on these motherfuckers when they fuck up, man.
My man said when I was talking about how he would look like Butterbean, Eric R said Butterbean in blackface.
Oh, damn, nigga. Oh, my God. That nigga went and jumped in a pool of tar, nigga, and got him on camera. Butterbean rolled around in some mud, nigga, and then fucking got on camera, nigga.
Michael Wilson said, on the real, James Toney thinking about coming back is pretty sad.
It is, man. Like I said, Jason Gavin, man, and some nigga named, what was the nigga named? Ronald Ellis? Or
Charles Ellis, I think you said.
Charles Ellis, whatever. Don't even matter, nigga. We shouldn't even be saying his name. Point is, he lost to them dudes, bro. Nah, man, no need to come back, man. You done, James. And he knows he's done. That's why he's pricing himself out of boxing, man.
Mike said, isn't this the same Montel Griffin who lost to Eric? Hey, Eric Hardy and that German dude. Hey.
Look. The German dude he's talking about is well, he's not German. He's from, I think he's from Kazakhstan, but Bibut Shumanov. Whoop that ass, bro. He lost to Darius Mikushevsky, I think. Yeah, he lost to Darius Mikushevsky.
He did?
Fuck out about Darius Mikushevsky. I remember that fight.
Somebody in the chat, did he lost to you
know
what?
Darius Mikushevsky.
Yeah.
Hey,
right.
Hey, and listen, bro, let me tell you something, man. I thought your boy Montel Griffin had all this defense, man. Motherfucker went to Germany, laid an egg, got knocked the fuck out, much like he did against Roy Jones.
Well, listen, listen. After he beat Roy, you know what I'm saying? He tried to get up there in age, man. Niggas try to
nah, bro, I won't allow you to start your sentence like that.
Allow me.
You will not start your sentence in that manner, nigga. Hell no. This nigga losing to Rico Hoy, nigga. Rico Hoy was garbage, dog. He lost to Rico Hoy, nigga. He was garbage. Oh man, he lost to Rico Hoy when Hoy was still a fucking prospect too.
Yeah,
bro.
He did. Yeah, he did, man. Kendrick Taylor said Tony's most famous moment was slapping the mic out of Jim Gray's
Yo, that shit was great, but no, sir. His most famous moment was when he punked the shit out of them beta males at the same time. Two betas at the same time. Nigel Benn and Chris Eubanks Sr. live on television. Basically told the nigga he whooped your mom's ass, bro, and they didn't fight him still. I'm sorry. You say you're gonna whoop my mom's ass. I'm fighting you, my nigga.
Yeah. Oh, dog. When he said whoop both of your
I'm fighting you, bro. I'm telling the motherfucker right. I'm calling my manager live on the set because they were on a show. I'm on my phone. The host of the show gonna be like, hey man, what you doing? We're live. Nigga, hold up, bro. Hey man, make that fight with James Toney. Fuck this fight with Chris Sr. Nigga, I don't care about this one no more. Nigga just say he gonna whoop my mom's ass, man. Man, look, hold on. Before you do that, I gotta get this, dog.
What's up?
He beat Hoy, Charles, Steve Carhop said Griffin was robbed against Hoy. No, he wasn't, nigga. Rico Hoy beat that ass. Let me tell you something, nigga. I'm going to tell you something, Rick. If Montel Griffin was this great-ass defensive genius like y'all niggas say he was, y'all Chicago niggas say he was, right? You talking about Steve Farhood, right? I was like, who the fuck is Steve Carhops? Anyway, right? Y'all say he's this exceptional defensive genius like y'all say he was. Then why the fuck he let Rico Hoy get a split decision? He shouldn't even let Rico Hoy get close to a split decision.
Well, when the judges don't know what they're looking at because he's such a defensive fighter. You know what I'm saying? So the judges, you got to understand back then, man, defensive fighters, I mean, unless your name was Pernell Whitaker, after Pernell Whitaker, defensive fighters didn't get much pub, man.
Man, look, nigga, Rico Hoy tapped that ass, nigga. Look, man, y'all best fighter out of Chicago is Frezzo Kendo, nigga.
Huh?
Nigga, that's all. I got you.
Anthony Greer?
No, nigga, I got
Simpson?
you. Here you go, bro. Top 4 best fighters ever to come out of Chicago. Number 1. Number 1, Adrian Granados. I'm trolling, Rick. I ain't gotta watch it again. I know about that fight. I'm trolling y'all niggas. Listen, Adrian Granados, number 1. Frezzo Kendo, number 2. Montel Griffin, number 3. And fucking Joshua Greer Jr., nigga.
Nigga, what about David Diaz, nigga? You forgot about him?
Oh, yeah. Well, he was whack. He's number 5.
Well, he was a champion?
He number 5. David Diaz, sorry as hell, bro.
Hey, man, look. David Diaz would have beat Manny if he wasn't on them roids, man. I'm telling you.
Man, David Diaz would have got knocked the fuck out even if Manny wasn't on the roids. David Diaz retired after that fight too, bro.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
I'm out of here, bro. He said, I'm out of here. I can't take this shit, bro.
That's okay, man. Sean Simpson and Anthony Greer, they're gonna put us back on the map. We're gonna be great again.
I don't even know the nigga name. You said Anthony Greer. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Greer. I listen, anyway, Virtuoso. Those are Popeye biscuits. Those are choking hazards. Hold on, baby. You know what? You got to give us Jessica McCaskill. She's about to knock out the queen.
Yeah, well, listen, Jessica McCaskill, matter of fact, yeah, nigga, hold on. Adrian Granados, number 1. Frezzo Kendo. Jessica McCaskill. And then Montel Griffin, nigga. That's y'all best four, nigga, out of Chicago.
You stupid dog. My Brazil said, in these streets, what's up, Bo, and that other dude, 2K?
Absolutely, she did not say that. My Brazil said, we in these streets. What's up, 2K? That's all she said.
My man Eric R said James must be talking about action figures.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
I'm killing that nigga.
Word up, man. Y'all killing that nigga, man. Donovan George. Hold on, man. I gotta bring this shit back. Hold up.
Donovan the Bomb George.
Donovan George was given. Let me tell y'all niggas something though. Hold on a second. Donovan George gave Adonis Stevenson all he could fucking handle at once.
Sure did.
I remember that fight because based off that fight right there, when Adonis Stevenson moved up to 175 to challenge Chad Dawson for his titles, right? I was basing what was going to happen against Chad Dawson, how he fucking fought Donovan George. And I was like, man, Chad Dawson gonna fuck this nigga up, man. I think actually Chad Dawson's camp, his management, all of them were thinking the same thing. And that's why they allowed Chad Dawson to fight Adonis Stevenson coming off a loss to Andre Ward. They saw that Donovan George fight too, and they said, you know what? That nigga's whack, man. That's a good little tune-up and shit to get you back on the scene at 175. That shit backfired. And we had one of the longest reigning whack-ass champions of that era, bro.
Yeah, that was, oh God. Chad, you know what? I will never forgive Chad Dawson for that, man.
I won't either. What Adonis Stevenson was doing with that WBC title, bro, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, we don't vote against nobody. But I was voting against fucking Adonis Stevenson, nigga. I was like, I need this nigga to get his ass whooped, bro. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker will fight Tommy Carpensy and then do that goddamn Superman pose like he beat somebody.
Oh, dog, wouldn't he though?
You know, Thomas Williams Jr. and then do a Superman pose like he beat somebody. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? I needed somebody to beat this dude, bro.
You know what? You know what I'll never.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, you know what I'll never forget. This is how you know that you're truly hated, right? When Muhammad Ali passed away, Adonis Stevenson posted a picture as a tribute to Ali. Well, Ali ran across the ring after beating, I think it was what's his name? What's the guy that Ali beat to win the title when he first won the title? I can't think of his name right now. Sonny Liston.
Yeah. When
Ali beat Sonny Liston, Adonis Stevenson posted a picture of him with the same pose and running around the ring like Ali after he won the title. And everybody said, man, you don't take that shit down.
Yeah. Nigga, you ain't nowhere near that, bro. And you would never,
man, you don't take that shit down.
You would never be anywhere near that, bro. Take that shit down, man. Yeah, I remember that shit, dog. I couldn't stand Adonis Stevenson, man. You know what I'm saying? I was happy as fuck when that goddamn fight with Alexander Gvozdyk was announced. Won a lot of money on that fight. You know what I'm saying? I knew Gvozdyk was gonna tap that ass, man. You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell y'all something. Adonis Stevenson is a great example. He's a great example of a motherfucker fighting down, right?
Yes.
Right? Tony Bellew, let me tell y'all something, man. To me, Tony Bellew's not that good of a fighter. I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. He's not that good of a fighter, right? Tony Bellew basically beating. I mean, he was good over there in the UK. He had a lot of fucking, he had a lot of pub over there in the UK and shit, right? We'll give him that, right? But Tony Bellew was never really that good on the world level. He wasn't. Like beating David Haye, who was another UK fighter, that actually propelled him. You see what I'm saying? Like towards the end of his career, that propelled him into being better, or at least being perceived to be better or having a better career than he actually probably really did, right? So, I mean, who he beat a fucking Alunga Makabu, that African nigga, for the vacant WBC cruiserweight title.
Sure did.
You know what I'm saying? That's how he got a fucking title. He had to go to cruiserweight. You see what I'm saying? Because light heavyweight was too goddamn hot. He couldn't fight there. And to be quite honest with you, light heavyweight wasn't that stacked. It was really Adonis Stevenson and Sergey Kovalev. You know what I'm saying? But it was still too hot for that nigga. Over there getting draws with Isaac Chilemba and shit. You know
I remember that shit.
Yeah. Nigga had a draw with fucking Isaac Chilemba, dog. You know what I'm saying? Nigga had a split decision win against Nathan Cleverly. Now that fight, I believe, had like the most punches thrown, and then Andres Fonfara and was it Andres Fonfara and Nathan Cleverly?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, that fight ended up beating that fight out, I believe. But yeah, there was a lot of punches thrown, Nathan Cleverly and Tony Bellew. Hell, that's just how Nathan Cleverly fought. Yeah, that's why Sergey Kovalev destroyed that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, bro, he wasn't anybody, dog. Defended the cruiserweight title against BJ Flores. I mean, fuck out of here, right?
I remember that.
So Adonis Stevenson beating Tony Bellew, that was probably the biggest win of his title run, man. And I just showed you how good Tony Bellew really was. You know what I'm saying? You know, Tony Bellew, Tavoris Cloud, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Andres Fonfara, Dmitry Sikotsky, right? Tommy fucking Carpensy, Thomas Williams Jr. We already mentioned Sakio Bika. I remember Sakio Bika was actually at 168, and he pulled him up from 168 to defend his title against him at 175.
He sure did.
Right? Andres Fonfara, second time. Get the fuck out of here, man. This dude's title run was terrible, dog. I couldn't wait for this motherfucker to lose, man. You know what I'm saying? Probably the worst title run of the last decade. Real talk, man.
Adonis Stevens is a perfect example why you should never believe in the whole to be the man to beat the man thing, because technically Chad Dawson had already lost to Andre Ward. He just lost at 168. He goes back up, which is why that whole lineal thing. And I tell people, I don't put a lot of stock in there, because you could be making a regular defense against a regular ass motherfucking dude and get your ass like cats who look at that lineal and say, oh man, lineal trumps, you know, if you got 3 belts, or if you undisputed, lineal trumps that. No, the fuck it don't. Because it's just like a regular belt. If just like Chad Dawson lost to motherfucking Adonis Stevens, and he held on to that shit until they finally said, look here, man, you don't deserve to have this no more, man. Give us our shit, dog.
Right.
Give us our shit, dog. Give us our shit. So, yeah, man. I mean, you know, it's messed up what happened to him, but at the same time, like you said, when you think about it, his title run, you'll be hard pressed to find one as bad as that, man.
Look, man, all I'm saying is, man, that nigga was terrible, bro. At the end of the day, my man Rick Muhammad, he said, "Are you familiar? Where's he at? Here it is. Are you familiar with Leroy Murphy out of Chicago? You talking about the cruiserweight? Is that the cruiserweight?
He has to be talking about that. That's got to be the guy he's talking about.
What about Leroy Murphy, nigga? That nigga number 6." That nigga had one title, IBF. He number 6. What the fuck? What? He ain't fighting nobody. That nigga Leroy Murphy fought niggas 28-13 and 28-6 and shit. 15-22. And fuck Leroy Murphy, nigga.
You gonna be Leroy Murphy and Dorticos is going to rule the cruiserweight division. Watch.
Man, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, man.
I'm telling you, man.
Nigga, look, man. Unier Doritos. That nigga gonna lose to Mars Bradis whenever that fight gets fucking made. He losing them. Because understand, that fight's going to be in Riga, Latvia, right? That nigga's losing. Remember that first round of that damn cruiserweight WBSS. I can't remember the kid's name, but he fought Mars Bradis over there in Riga. And remember, he whooped Bradis' ass, bro. He whooped Bradis' ass. Gay to fight the Bradis.
They sure do.
You really think Doritos is gonna get that win?
Yeah, because I think Doritos is gonna knock him out. He gonna...
Yeah, just like he knocked out Murat Gassiev.
All right. So, you know, what time is it, man? We've been on over an hour and a half, nigga.
Now, the goddamn ranking stand. Okay? Number 1 is Richard Abril, nigga. Number 2, Erislandy Lara. Number 3, Guillermo Rigondeaux. Number 4 is vacant. Dorticos can't even get the vacant slot.
Nigga, number 1 is Rance Bartholomew. Number 2.
Oh, damn. On that note, y'all know what to do, man. Y'all know what to do. Fuckery's over, man. Y'all know what to do. Go to Twitter at 3KingsBoxing, Instagram at 3KingsBoxing, Facebook.com/3KingsBoxing. Of course, right here every single day, the Prodigy of Boxing Talk. Every day. Look, my Brazil heard me say 7 to 7:30 Eastern Time, 6 to 6:30 Central, and 4 to 4:30 Pacific. Yesterday, she was like, man, what the fuck you talking about, nigga? 7:38. She said that yesterday. That means that's the start time. Look for us to start between 7 and 7:30 Eastern, 6 to 6:30 Central, and 4 to 4:30 Pacific every single day right here on the Prodigy of Boxing Talk. And of course, and most importantly, go to 3kingsboxing.com for your source of pure, unadulterated boxing information. Raw, unfiltered, uncut, authentic boxing information from the best minds out there. So until tomorrow, we out this bitch.